Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're doing something a little bit different. We're not breaking down a complex article or some new research. Instead, I want you to think of this as, well, kind of an archaeological dig. We've got this artifact, this strange transmission that on the surface just looks like pure chaos. Our job is to decipher it. So let's grab our tools and start digging. And here it is, the whole thing, the complete transcript of the transmission. Just listen to this. Power shit, heat, oh, heat, yeah, heat. I mean, it's baffling, right? It sounds like a corrupted file or maybe words from a fever dream. And that really is the million-dollar question for today. What on earth could this possibly mean? It seems like total nonsense. But what if it's not? What if there's actually a coherent story hiding in there and all we need is the right framework to decode it? Okay, so to get started, we can't just, stare at the text itself. That's not going to get us anywhere. We have to look for clues outside the artifact. And lucky for us, we have one. And only one piece of data to work with. Think of it like our Rosetta Stone, the key that's going to help us translate this very, very strange language.
That's right. This whole transcript was pulled from a video. And the title of that video is Everything. It's the key that's going to unlock this whole puzzle for us. It gives us the context, the setting, and even the players involved in this whole thing.
So here's the title in full. 3 Hybrid Team versus 3 Hybrid Team Auto RPG, anything. Right away, this gives us some incredibly important information. So let's break down the 2 most important parts of this. First off, the genre, Auto RPG. Now, if you're not familiar, this isn't some game where you're mashing buttons in real time. No, this is a game of pure strategy. Players will spend all their time building a team, setting up their formation, and then they just watch. The battle plays out automatically based on the choices they made beforehand. And that's the key takeaway here. What we're hearing isn't just random yelling from someone playing a chaotic action game. It's commentary on the result of a pre-planned, very calculated strategy. Think of it more like chess than, say, a button masher. Now, the title also tells us who's fighting. It's a 3 hybrid team versus another 3 hybrid team. So this is what gamers call a mirror match. You've got 2 forces that are, at least on paper, completely identical. And that just raises the stakes, right? When everything is equal, what is it that creates that one single tide-turning moment? So we've got the context down. Now let's go back to the data itself, back to the transcript. If we just look at the raw numbers, how many times each word is used, a really powerful pattern starts to emerge. I mean, if you just look at the text, it's pretty obvious. But when you actually quantify it, that's where you see the real insight. One word isn't just popping up a lot, it's pretty much the entire focus of the message. 19. Let that sink in. In a message that's only 25 words long, the word heat appears 19 times. That's not an accident. That is a massive signal. It's telling us that heat is the main event. It's the central character, the thing that's causing everything else to happen. And this chart just shows you the pure statistical dominance. I mean, look at that. Heat is just towering over everything else. The word, yeah, and all the other little words, they're barely a blip on the radar. Whatever this story is, it's about heat, no question. Okay, but numbers only tell us what happened. They don't tell us how or why. For that, we got to switch gears a little bit, from the numbers to the words themselves. We need to look at the few other words that give our star player heat, all of its color and its context. So let's start with the most, let's say, potent phrase in the whole transcript. It comes right at the beginning, power shit. Now this phrase is describing the nature of the heat event. And in the world of gaming, this isn't a bad thing at all. It's actually an expression of complete awe. It means an action or a move was so incredibly effective that it almost felt unfair. So the heat event wasn't just good, it was ridiculously, game-changingly powerful. The other key phrase is a lot simpler, but it's just as important. It pops up twice, kind of like a repeating chorus. Yeah, heat. This isn't just a statement, you have to see it as a response. The word yeah here is all about confirmation. It's like someone saying, yes, this is working. My heat strategy is working better than I ever could have imagined. It's the sound of a plan just coming together perfectly. It's total validation. All right, we've looked at the metadata, we've crunched the numbers, we've decoded the key phrases. Now it's time to put all of these pieces together and actually reconstruct what happened, step by step.
Okay, look at how neatly this all fits together. Step 1, the setting. We're in this tense, strategic mirror match in an auto RPG. Step 2, the catalyst. One player unleashes their secret weapon, something called heat. Step 3, the action. This heat move turns out to be power shit. It's unbelievably effective. It's probably just wiping out the enemy team. And finally, step 4, the result. The move is so successful, so overwhelming, that it triggers this cascade of exclamation, just repeating heat in awe and confirming the win with, yeah, heat.
So there you have it. What started out as just a jumbled mess of words has been totally decoded. By applying this simple framework, looking at context, then the numbers, then the language, we've turned total chaos into a clear, understandable story of a huge victory in a strategy game. And that kind of leaves you with a final thought, doesn't it? We just took what looked like one of the most absurd, nonsensical sentences you could imagine, and we found a perfectly logical story hidden inside. It really makes you wonder how much other noise that we dismiss every day is actually telling a story, just waiting for someone to figure out how to listen.